I'm just going to call him in. He's already got 3 kills. We're at the new POI, Grim Gate. And boy, was my mind going today. My mind was going. I had to work today, so it was just one of those days. But my mind was absolutely going. And this player is not moving, which is really bothering me. Can we, like, please see some movement out of this player? Why do I always have to land and watch the complete worst unmobile players, like, the game? You got 3 kills, so I know you got, like, gun skills to some degree. Granted, one of those kills is me, because I let you kill me, but please, do something. You're just standing there, like, what do you got to do? Take a shit in the middle of the match? Unbelievable. Alright, at least he's moving. But I was thinking today, I was thinking about, like, 3 different things that I was ready to talk about when I got in. And originally, I was going to play Last Epoch, and I was just going to talk while playing Last Epoch. That video went over pretty well. It has not gone over as well as the spectating videos, but it did go over pretty well to what I like. And at the end of the day, I'm just going to make what I want to make. And I thought, okay, well, I'm just going to talk about what I was going to plan on talking about while playing Last Epoch. Not a big deal. It's what I've been doing. And then I died 5 times trying to do the same exact mission in Last Epoch. This player is super boring to watch. And I've never hit the next player before. I have, but I don't want to. The whole idea is that I stay on the same player. We could actually potentially watch this player run the gauntlet because he's probably never going to die. I hope the boss kills him. I honestly hope the boss kills him here. But I ended up playing Last Epoch. It took me like roughly 2 hours to complete one mission. And normally the missions take like 10 minutes, okay? And what ended up happening was the first time I went in, and I just went in, I was doing fine, everything was going great. And then I died just like out of nowhere. Like I knew there was enemies there, and my health will fluctuate up and down because every melee attack damage that I do, I get health, and then every kill I get more health as well. So my health is constantly just like up and down, but it's staying pretty high, right? And all of a sudden I just die. And then I have to restart all the way back at the entrance. So I do it all again, and it's like, okay, it's a little frustrating, but not a big deal. And then we go through this whole process again. And so I go through it, and I'm doing fine. And then I had to take and die again. And that time was a little bit more like, well, what the hell? I thought I, like, moved some stuff around, and I thought I was going to do better, but apparently not. I hope this bot kills him. What is going on right now? What is actually going on right now? We're in the top 30 situation already with 4 kills, and this guy still has not left Grim Gate yet. And again, okay, now I'm a little bit more frustrated. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go in, try it again. It's not a big deal. Get it. I'll just go a little slower, not try to get as many enemies at one time. I'm starting to figure out, like, these birds or whatever in the game do heavy damage. Take them out first. I'll be fine. I go back in. I start getting into a good spot. All of a sudden, I have to take a shit. I ate some spicy food at lunch. It wasn't really that overly spicy. Like, I really didn't think it was that spicy, but apparently my bowels disagreed with that hardcore. So I got to a spot where I didn't have to die, where I wouldn't die. But I took such a long, fiery, burning shit that by the time I came back, it kicked me out and I lost connection. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna come back to the game. So I watched Tim the Tatman for a little bit, and the Dr. Disrespect collab that they had on Helldivers 2 with that VOD. And I was watching that for a little bit, and I'm like, you know what? I got nothing better to do. I'm gonna try it again. It's not a big deal, right? That last one was kind of on me, and I don't have to take the fiery shit out anymore. My asshole still burns a little bit, but I'll get back into it. Not a big deal. So I go back into it, and I try it again. Everything's going good, and I'm actually getting farther now, so it's really cool. And all of a sudden, I die again. I'm like, motherfucker! So this is like my 4th time going in. I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna walk past everything, and I'll just go to the mission and complete it. It'll be fine. I attempted to do that, and I'm glad that that guy got killed. We're in a top 25 situation with this Jihad 2012. This motherfucker's like, what, 12 years old? Oh my God. I gotta get off this game. And has 3 kills. And so I'm doing good, getting almost to where I complete the mission. And I die again. I'm like, oh my fucking God. And I was, at that point, I was actually wishing I was recording just for the sole fact that I could have made like a rage compilation out of it. I literally could have had like a mini short made in that rage compilation, and it could have been the video for today. Like, I wouldn't even be a video. It would just been like a short that I could have posted today of having me rage on the same goddamn mission 5 times in a row. And I'm not even that far into the game. Like, I'm level 52, so I guess you could say like I'm halfway, right? And I ended up, nice kill there, nice like slide there. The other player didn't do much. We're in builds too, and we never see a whole lot of building, which just really ticks me off. And he finally has his 4th kill. We're almost in a top 20 situation as well. And so I finally try it again. I get the mission done. It was super hard. I started like just missing certain points, and I'm looking through my inventory when I got a minute. Once I completed the mission, I go, okay, you know, I could probably change a couple of my weapons out. So I changed a lot of my weapons out. I changed a lot of my like rings and certain stuff, and I was like popping up my character. I spent, once I got all said and done, I spent another 20 minutes or so looking over my entire inventory and what I could take out and put in, and making sure my resistances were up. So now I have everything completely built up to how I want. And the biggest thing in last epoch is to make sure you have a great, that was a great shot, 275 damage right there, unbelievable. Okay, so 5 kills, top 16, and we're not gonna see the player run the gauntlet now. That's completely long gone. And the storm's closing in as well, but he's already in circle. She's already in circle. And so I finally got my resistance up. I got like some good shield and stuff going on. I changed around my weapon, and I changed an attack. I've been using the same attack for a very long time. It does like 3,000 damage per second, and then it does double damage every like 3. So if I use it consistently, on the 3rd hit, it will do double damage, which means it does like the 6,000 damage, which is absolutely absurd, right? So it's great. But now I found a weapon that actually increases the damage dealt by another attack that I have to use. The other attack isn't that bad. It just does a lot less damage. So instead of doing like the 3,000 damage per second, it's gonna do 1,000 damage per second. But because the weapon is like geared for it, it's also giving me other abilities as well. And so the other abilities, it's like it adds +4 damage to it in general, and I don't exactly know how that works, but it also makes it so when I'm facing bosses, I get like a 41% increase, which is great. Like 41% is a lot. And so I'm hoping that will help, and it does do a lot of damage. And I was at the point though, by the time I put that weapon in, that it's like I changed everything over in my inventory, and I was just done. Like I got off. I'm like, I was gonna play last epoch, talk about what I was thinking about all day. Like I had 2 or 3 topics in mind that I was gonna talk about today, and just play last epoch. And then that all happened. And so hopefully my inventory is all changed around now to what I was like working good. Part of the problem with last epoch is at the beginning it's super easy, and all you're looking at is like increasing your damage and just doing a shit ton of damage to opponents. And then all of a sudden you get in late game, and next thing you know, you need to be able to like take hits, and you need to have resistances against like freeze and elemental stuff that bosses and other enemies have. And at the beginning you don't have to really worry about it because you can just run them over, but it gets to a point where they have so much health, so like such a high health bar, that they have time, that no matter how good your damage output is, they still have time to do their attacks, and you need to be able to not die in like one hit. So now I'm like kind of backtracking, so to speak. Now that my damage is built up really good, I need to be able to like take hits, which I couldn't do. And so I got stuff all like sorted around now, and hopefully tomorrow I can actually make a video on last epoch, and we'll do some more missions and stuff. And I think I just like playing that game way more. Spectating's not bad, because then I can sit here and do exactly what I'm doing now, and I could just have this in the background. And But I did get my first kill ever this season. I did get 1 kill before I died. It was a bot, and I accidentally ran into him. I'm just like, okay, fine. I'll just kill him. So it's my first kill of the season. I'm level 35 currently. And all I've been doing is going into Lego Fortnite and AFKing. And just like sitting at the bonfire, and then I come back like 4 hours later and I'm 5 levels up. So that's how I've been upgrading, which is absolutely hilarious because there's a guy at work that's actually trying to upgrade, but he doesn't want to pay. And I'm actually ahead of him in levels, and I just got my first kill tonight. So I'm not doing any challenges. I haven't done anything but just go into Lego Fortnite, set my alarm on my phone for like 3.5 hours, come back after 3.5 hours and close out Fortnite. And I'm a level 35, which is actually hilarious. And at the rate that I'm going, by the time the next season comes around, I'll be level 200 and still have everything unlocked. And I'll have like nothing invested in it, which is actually crazy. But as far as playing the game, I did get offered to play the game the other night. I was streaming like on Thursdays, but I had the group that I was playing with offered me to play the game, and I told them like I just wasn't interested in playing. I didn't want to get shit on to oblivion. And some of the stuff they added was cool, but as far as Fortnite goes, like it's still the same game. So I'm just ready for something else, and that's why I'm enjoying Last Epoch. Right now, I just want to get up to level 100 on Last Epoch. And then after that, hopefully another game will come out. I'm looking at possibly I want to get the Indiana Jones game. I don't know when it's releasing. Warhammer, or what is it? Warhammer? Like Warhammer 40K, 40,000, like Space Marine 2 is supposed to be coming out. I want to get that. And then there's also, I still want to get Elden Ring, but I feel like I would rage a lot in that game. But those are some games I've been looking at that I can potentially play, but on nights like this, when it's just not going good in that game, I'll spectate. I have no problem spectating. I just have no interest in playing Fortnite right now. And this guy's just should probably stop taking shots. I mean, he's got enough ammo, so I guess take shots galore all day. I don't really care, but holy crap. You got to rotate into circle. That person has to jump on you and knows about where you are. I mean, once you move, you might lose track of you. But Jihad has 6 kills and is in a top 10 situation. Still has a chance to actually win the game in double-digit kills, though, if she plays her cards right. So the interesting thing is, like, for me, I personally believe that Last Epoch is not doing as good as it probably should be doing. Albeit, a lot of people, like, I haven't seen a whole lot of complaints about the game. But I'm just surprised the game hasn't really like taken anything by storm. For a lot of action RPG players, though, I've heard them claim that the game isn't bad, but it doesn't have a great like plethora of stuff to do after end game, and so they're kind of waiting more for that. I haven't ran into that problem because I'm still going through the game right now. I'm doing a paladin build with Sentinel. And I want to do a primal build, so I already have like another build in mind. As far as the character I want to use, as far for the build I want, I have no idea yet, and I might not even get that far. Right now, my main focus is getting my character up to level 100. I think the person's ziplining up. They both took some pretty heavy damage on that. You need to build more, and your shots are actually awful, and you should definitely like work on that. You're lucky the building was there to save you. If this was 0 builds, you probably would have been dead, honestly. It's this type of player, though, that misses all the shots that will probably go on to win the game. Yeah, that other player has no awareness at all. Apparently no headset either. Yeah, that was just an easy kill almost. Jeremiah just is not playing his cards right. Top 5, 7 kills, 3 more kills for 10. Could potentially see the victory here off this player. I don't know if we will or not. Top 4 situation. Going down quick now. Top 3. Sergio. That's supposed to be like another language I don't know about. Oh shoot, getting sniped. Okay, now we're seeing some building. Just kind of saving the loot for like the end game. Has max gold, had max wood, but is already burning through a lot of it. Has no chance of getting the top 10 or getting 10 kills now. Has to play your cards right. No amount of heals at all. Does have a couple shockwaves for mobility. The sniper's still scoping in. I don't know if that's a shot you should be taking. Both of them building. Trying to move over. Gets down. The other player knows exactly where she went. And my phone is going off every day. Every time when I record or go live, my phone always goes off. I have actually never done one single live stream where my phone didn't go off. Every single live stream I've ever done, my phone goes off at least once. I had a lot of live streams and I regretfully deleted a lot of them off my channel, which like I said, I regret doing. It's not that there's just no reason for it, I guess. I was hoping it was gonna help the channel, but in retrospect, it really didn't fucking matter. Yep, there's a second phone call. The problem is the person that's calling me will continue to call until I answer, so. That's what I should do. I should honestly put my phone on sleep mode for what I'm streaming, but I could possibly stream tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. We have 3 people left and 7 kills. The circle's gonna have to get smaller here, though, I think, before these people play. She's running out of wood, so she's gonna have to use the brick and steel going on. And no more mobility, no health, like I said earlier. She's one of the players. I think she's just gotta stick to close range. It seems like close range is more her gig, for sure. The buildings from Ruined is going out, so that will be just less protection, and they're gonna have to rely more on their builds in order to win. Yeah, so the other topics that I had in mind is I was like doing, so I'm really big into math and like just, I'll say like basic math with like multiplication, division, right? Percentages, stuff like that, just basic math, right? Not like huge long equations in algebra, like really hard algebra, nothing like that. And I'm sitting there like looking at the stock market today. I'm looking at the S&P 500, Vanguard S&P 500 to be specific. And I'm looking back at past returns. And that's what I was looking at. And I was like, man, dude, the amount of people that watch my channel that are between like the ages of 18 to like 30, this would be like great information for them. And I could literally put a video game on in the fucking background and talk about best ways to make money. And it's like, it might not be something they're interested in, but it's something that would like actually help them out, and they could kind of like hit 2 birds with 1 stone. And like I said, I'm just gonna post what I want to post. I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about because I'm not making any money off of YouTube anyway, so I really don't care. I'll just post what I want to post. It's is what it is. But I just thought like that's what I was gonna talk about. I was also gonna talk about women, man. I really was. I was like, oh man, I got some shit I want to say about women today. And that like I said, everything went south when I had to do the same exact mission 5 ungodly times on last epoch. And that's when it was just like, yeah, I'm done. I also still want to do a video on last epoch talking about my kind of like my review on the game as a player that's like never really got hardcore into RPGs, more specifically even action RPGs. Yeah, I played them here and there, but not like die hard. And so I think I'm gonna do a video on that still. So 1v1 now, 8 kills and no health, so at a big loss here, and is gonna have to use all the mobility and building skills that she has. The mini, I forgot, I didn't see the minis there, but the minis will help a little bit, but it's still gonna be super below on health. Like we're talking a lot of health here that she's just not gonna have. And that other player also has the height advantage as well for a short time, and that's not gonna help matters either. Better hope that player just has like terrible shots or something. Trying to like pre-aim, I guess, and like pre-fire didn't work out. Has the building. You can kind of tell by the way Jihad is playing that she knows that she's more than likely gonna die, but she's trying to play safe, like she is. The other players missed a few shots in between, Okay, broke the shield, it sounds like. So now could be possible, like, could be close now, could be close. And it could go to Sergio that has 6 kills to win the game.